KPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go.
Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
It's JP, 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Friday, 11 o'clock. Weekend, right? Staring us in the face. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Dizzy. Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Everything cool in the gang?
Yeah.
Yeah? Happy to hear that. What's everybody doing the weekend? Anything good?
Stuff.
Going to Ian's for a comedy show tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
Who's performing?
well, this one listener, a lot of people know him from the shows he calls in, Everett. So
Okay.
He's performing, so I'm going to go hang out, drink some kava, kick it with Ian,
Are you
Nice.
and show some support.
Are you sick?
No.
I hear it in I hear something in your voice, like maybe you were blowing your nose or crying or something's going on.
Might have been
nasally.
crying, but that's none of your business.
I did.
Well,
That's
you-
why I asked if you were sick and not if you were crying.
You need to get it out. We're here for you, bro. It's family.
Yeah.
We got you.
I know. I'm
We
good,
won't-
though. I'm good.
We won't mock your feelings. That's not what we do here.
Yeah, never.
You can show vulnerability on this show. It's
Right.
with zero consequences.
What could possibly go wrong? What about you, Monica? What's happening this weekend? Everything good?
Yeah,
Going out?
everything's
Got
good.
a date?
I don't have a date. I'm date free this weekend, so I'm always open to that. I was supposed to have an all day beach day tomorrow, which I was so looking forward to for a while now, and that actually got wand. So
Why did it get want?
a friend has to work, and what are you gonna do? Which is
Want.
fine.
On a Saturday?
Yeah,
That sucks.
I know. For everybody all around, but whatever. But not the end of the world. It's not like I live here, so.
Right.
And I'll be there on the 4th of July, and I'll probably be there Wednesday, so it's not like...
Are the beaches like crazy packed on the 4th of July, or is it just the locals know it's like tourist season, so they avoid it like the plague?
Well, we're out of where we go in our little section. We're in the cut. Like, if you walk down the beach a ways, it's probably going to be busy, but I'll go down there.
Nice. Is that where you get cheeky?
I do get cheeky. Also, when I'm with my friends, it's different. Like, who cares what kind of bottoms I'm wearing, you know?
Right. Then bathing suits don't even have to match.
That's been a trend for a while to not match, to match but not match. You know what I mean? Like a red and blue for Bills or whatever, but or a pink and black or something where it matches, but it's not the same color. Does it make sense?
Got it. It's not the piece. It's not the way you brought it in the store.
No.
Is it like a mix and match kind of bra and panty thing? Like I'm not trying to be pervy. I'm like, if you go to the store to buy bathing suits, do they have them where you can get the tops? Like it's just a bin and you can just put them together? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think it's
make your own ensemble.
You're hitting me this week, JP, with a bunch of stuff. In my head, everybody knows the answer to that question, but clearly not. So I'm just kind of. I know I guess it doesn't. Everybody doesn't know. Yeah, you can. All pieces are. I don't even know when the last time I saw a matching set like together. You can buy tops and tops are over here. You can buy bottoms and bottoms are over here. Usually, on two different racks, and then you can just pick whatever you want. Because that way, if I know I have a medium top and small or extra small bottoms, you know what I mean? Like, so not everybody's the same, where it's two mediums or anything like that. So,
I got somebody brought their kid to work here today.
ugh.
Oh, dude, this is going to be one of the few things you and I agree on. This kid was screaming. I had headphones on.
Shut him up. Shut him or her up.
I was editing stuff for the other show, and I had headphones on. And this kid's piercing through my headphones.
Nope, no.
And the minute I'm saying, I'm like, okay, everybody works from home. So many people in this building work from home. This is on the other, it's on the sales side of thing.
Okay.
On the sales side of the building, I'm like, just go work from home. Why?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think your kid is cute.
No, I don't. And I don't think and because you've gone noise blind to it, because you don't hear it anymore because that's your kid or whatever, not everybody
Right.
else is like that. You're in a public spot. I don't need to hear your kid screaming, especially, by the way, at a place of business that does audio work. Like there's microphones and there's
Right. Well, the doors. I mean, they're all. But and the studios are all soundproof, so it's not the big deal. I was in my office and I was just doing some stuff, and he was just piercing through. But she'll come out and be like, "I hear you all the way in my office. You need to stop." And I'm like, then just let him be in your office.
How old? It's so frustrating.
9.
Oh my God! It's not like even a little baby.
I know we're not talking 4 or 5 years old.
Can I just tell you, Everly is way more well behaved than that when she's here.
I think there may be
She's
some
6.
issues. I think there may be an issue. If you know what I'm picking up, what I'm putting down.
No, I don't. Like the kid has behavioral problems or something.
And there might be a little something. There might be a little.
Like I don't. What are you saying? Say what you're saying.
There may be a.
I know what you're saying.
Undisciplined. Like they don't. listen.
No, a learning disability kind of thingy thing.
Okay, and that's and listen.
But to me, that's even more the reason to say, you know what, I'm working from home today.
I don't know if that's even more of a reason. That's more of a reason for us to be understandable. But also, if there's an option, not everybody has that option. If I have a kid with learning disabilities and I don't have an option to stay at home or whatever, that's one thing, and whatever.
She works from home all the time.
But that's what I'm saying. If that's an option, then you have to understand that there are other people in the building.
Yeah. And then you have some of the people that are leaning into it. Oh, it's sweet. And then that kid is now hanging out in other people's offices, and now they have to.
I want to preface this though by saying, JoJo, I don't like the way we're taught. I understand what you're saying, and I can't stand little brats, and they're not cute, and they're annoying, and shut up. I'm not going to smile and fake that you're anything because you're not. You're annoying. I don't have kids. I don't want to be near kids, whatever. But
Right.
Everly is the exception. Because JoJo's always very, very, very conscious about okay, don't go running around and don't go,
because she's conscious about it.
Yes, she is.
And she's on top of it. And it's not going to happen. Her screaming around the hallway is not going to happen.
No, that would not ever,
Tis
ever
my
happen.
point.
But also, I don't want JoJo to be discouraged of bringing Everly in. I like when she brings Everly in.
Okay.
Bring Everly in. I love it when she's here because she is well behaved. Also because she's just flipping adorable, and the things that come out of her mouth are it's like a movie. Give me popcorn and let me just strap a GoPro on her and let me just hear the things that she says.
Watch her run. Yeah, watch her run around. I mean, I got to meet her for the first time at Ian's place, and I think she farted on Ian.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Right then and there, she won my heart.
Yeah, right. That's all it takes.
Diz, you were there. What did she call it? She called it something.
Oh, you're right. She did. I can't remember.
Oh, no, that's right. JoJo said there's a name for it.
She called it something. God damn it.
Because they have to call it that in school. They can't say fart.
Why not?
Because that's the rule. Like they call it the fart is
it's not a toot, is it?
No. It was
something weird.
It wasn't stinker, but something to that effect. Something like, JoJo, she's out there decorating. Oh no, we're on in the office today.
Oh yeah.
If text me, JoJo, if you're because it is something funny. It's something I don't know.
And Ian knew right away. He goes, "You just fart on me."
Yep. He felt it. It was right on his leg.
So that's all it takes. Then? So if I fart on Ian, will you like me? Will you earn my respect?
I don't not like you, and I don't not respect you.
What are you using to fart on him? If you know what I mean.
Right.
Oh, which one?
Yeah. Which way is it coming out of?
Yeah.
Whichever one gets me more on the good side.
The other side doesn't have the same kind of stink, does it?
No. Ew. First
I don't
of all,
know.
How do we? No.
Happy Friday, everyone.
I'll be honest with you. I like that.
Dizzy brought it here, and I just went to the next natural question because, once again, as a dude, I don't know these things. I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
As you usually say to me, took it too far.
Line.
Line.
Mm-hmm. I took it too far? Yeah. How did I take it too far? I just asked the question.
Yeah,
don't ask if the smells.
For scientific smells and stuff.
Why not?
Yeah.
We all knew what he meant. We all danced around it, and you straight up brought it stank.
Well, no, I'm genuinely curious. Mm-hmm. Does it?
Your wife's never done that.
Not in front of me.
That's a good wife.
Can we say that on there?
Not that I know of.
I think we can.
She calls the Kansas City the Queefs. So,
okay.
I guess we can.
No, but hold on. But that's different because I'm talking about football and that's writable, offable. If we're talking about what we're talking about and the way we're describing it and we use that word, I don't think it's against the FCC, but I would prefer not to.
Okay,
but you know what I mean? In the context. It's all about
But I'll make the call on that one and we can say it. Queefs. Unless somebody comes in and tells me I can't, then we'll change the game a little bit.
I don't think it's illegal. I really don't. But I would refrain from saying it a lot.
That being said, do they have smells? I think I think for men, I think that is a legitimate question.
Monica?
I don't know. I
You're
only
the
know
only
mine.
expert on the show.
I only know mine. If there are women who don't handle their business down there, I would imagine that could happen. I don't know.
So then it could take on the condition of the vessel that it left.
I would imagine that would be the way it would be. I've only been, it's just been air. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like I don't mean that I like it, but I like it.
I don't know the biology of it. Like, I don't even know how. So does the air work its way down, and then there's like a fork in the road? And it's going to go one, and that air bubble is going to go one way or the other, and then sometimes it goes to the back, and sometimes it goes to the front.
I will say this. Okay, two things. One, I associate that with sex because there's air in and out, and like any orifice, if there's any, it's going to make a noise if there's air in and out. So that's what I associate that with. Now, the second part of what you're saying or what you're asking me. And I don't know how we started talking about this or how gross this is. And sorry about your
Dizzy's
people.
fault.
My fault.
What am I? And I don't want to say I like it.
You do. Yeah.
But if I'm in my car and if I have gas and there's no one else in there, obviously, and I do that and I'm sitting down, there are times that I don't know what the biology is there because it doesn't happen every time. But it will come out the front, and it's a funny feeling. It's a really funny feeling. It's just like it goes through the line.
800-771-1025. Tell us how your queefs work.
I can't.
My man, he read my mind. No, but do you? Okay, so when you have the gas bubble, and you're getting ready to let the gas out. Does it feel the same? Like, do you just not know which way it's going to go until it comes out?
I mean, in life, I always know what's going to happen. I know what gas is and where it comes out. But in random, and I don't know, because it doesn't happen all the time, and it's very, very random. If that happens the way I just described it, I don't know the process. Like, it doesn't feel any different. It's like, oh, okay, I guess it's going, And I don't know if it's because I have panties on or not, or if I'm tighter clothes, or I have no idea. I don't know. I just know that once in a while it'll be like, whoop, out the front, and it'll be funny, and it feels weird, and it's fun. To me, it's funny, but whatever.
It feels different. It feels different.
I don't. I just would feel only because of like the way, it has to feel different. It can't feel the same as coming out the rear. It has to, not because it feels weird or anything, just because it's either coming out this way or that way. One way I feel it there, and one way I feel it there. I can't believe we're talking about this.
Why? I'm dying to know now.
I don't want to talk about it.
How do you not want to know? How do you not want to know how the air bubble, if not caused from intercourse, has a decision to make on which way it's going to go?
It's the same way you ask us about our man parts and how certain things work. You're curious. We're curious. We don't know how they work.
Curious. I'm just not curious. I don't think about it enough or care. It's just
because you
random.
have it. We don't care about a lot of this stuff on us because we know about it.
I now feel like I've devolved to my lowest possible common denominator with this conversation, and I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's get to the ratio.
Oh, my God.
When there are air bubbles that need to be dealt with, what is the ratio between front to back?
I mean, it's
like if there are 10 gaseous releases.
Yes.
What is the ratio of front to back?
I would say back 9.5 and then front 0.5.
Okay.
When and only in that specific situation where I'm telling you about sitting in the car and sitting down. In that specific instance, it's a very rare, but also very random. There's no rhyme or reason to it at all. But it's not. It doesn't. It's very, very few times.
You were all worried about Johnny B farting all over the chair over there, and you're queefing all over the chair.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything here at all.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Is she wearing a skirt today?
No, she's wearing shorts.
Okay, that means she's got drawers on.
Yes, she does. She didn't yesterday.
She didn't?
No. I had a cute little skirt. That skirt means...
Yesterday, we were having a talk about something, and I'm glad I did, but you put your legs up on the thing.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
When we were talking about something.
My bad.
And it's funny, because in my head, I went, I hope she's wearing panties.
I should have done that. I guess I just forgot.
Yeah, because I'm like, whenever she wears skirts, apparently she's not wearing anything under
Sorry, I forgot. I can't believe I did that. My bad. I would normally not. I'm sorry. Whoops. My bad.
Oh, yeah. Poor Dizzy has to see vagina.
Right.
No. Get JoJo in here. Let's
Maybe this
sign
is
some HR papers.
Maybe log on to Bone TV, weirdo. You don't know what you're going to see because apparently I don't remember stuff.
Did that other problem between JoJo and John fix itself? Is that all taken care of yet, or is that still a work in progress?
I mean, I know JoJo was in the office yesterday because John Brennan told her not to. So, I guess
because of that?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
I think she wasn't feeling the greatest. But I'm sure they're going to talk. They just, again, they're not going to talk through text. I don't know if they called each other the other night and talked, but I'm sure they're going to get past it. It's not that.
I'm sure they will too.
Is it a you've talked to both of them. Is it a
Are you talking to me or Diz?
No, Gareth. Yeah. No, if is it one of those things? You've been in the whole situation where they did what they did on air or whatever, and now it just things need to cool off and they're good, or do they need to have a talk?
I think they need to have a talk. Yeah, they need to have a
I think
talk.
those things always need to be talked out.
Yeah, because then you're not dealing with your issues.
But a lot of times it happens
that.
on the air. Like if
it's not just a disagreement and like you can get past it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something like you need to figure out what's wrong and how we don't get there again. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I just know sometimes like JP and I will be going at it, and then whatever we said on the air, and I'm done with it. We would just be saying the same things on the phone. So let's just all we said what we said. Now let's all move on. But sometimes it definitely has needed deeper conversation. So we all just want them. We just all want the best.
We just want everybody getting along, nice and easy.
Bone Beach Bash. We're all.
So I just wrote down I'm trying to keep tracks of the segments, and I just wrote down queefs/farts/JoJo/John.
What? Now you know how I feel whenever I'm typing stuff in and after the segment, and I'm because I recorded thing, and it's like, what's my job right now? Like what?
It's JP with Monica and Dizzy, 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Guys with ponytails, girls that think they're models, people that don't know how to Google something, and of course, ventriloquists. No one is safe when it comes to an open letter from Galvin.
Seriously?
Hear a brand new open letter from Galvin live every Wednesday at 8 a.m. on The Mike Calta Show. And go check out all the past open letters from Galvin at theboneonline.com. Sponsored by Zero Res. Zero Res. All they leave is clean.
You put it off all month, but guys, you need to act now. International Diamond Center's amazing free finance offer ends Monday. So if it's time to pop the question, celebrate a big anniversary, or upgrade her diamond, now is the best time. And this is the best way to buy. You can make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with an unheard of interest rate of just 0%. 0.0. That's all the way to the year 2030. All designer rings and all certified diamonds are included. All colored gemstone jewelry, all fashion jewelry. Nothing's held back. So act now. Get that $12,000 engagement ring with a hand-picked certified diamond and designer setting and pay just $200 a month. Or that $3,000 diamond eternity band, just $50 a month. While interest rates are up everywhere else, IDC takes them all the way down to 0. So you can go big. But time is running out. International Diamond Center's rate relief ends Monday, June 30th and will not be extended. International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com. On approved credit.
Pollen season is here, and the only way to ensure that your car is truly clean every day is the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down Car Wash. With locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and a new location in Palm Harbor, you'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco-Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
Medical malpractice and nursing home abuse cases are difficult and the stories are heartbreaking. At Bernetti PA, we fight to make sure your story is heard loud and clear. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Summer Sale.
Hi, yeah.
My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Mike Calta here for my friends at the Gold and Diamond Source. Listen, if you're thinking about getting married, if you want to pop the question soon, right now you need to get into the Gold and Diamond Source because it all starts there. You can buy the diamond at the Gold and Diamond Source. They'll slash 40% off of the mounting. And the Gold and Diamond Source is a jewelry supercenter. They've got something for everyone's budget, and they do it without all the sales pressure. You can go in there and you can design something. You can pick something they already have. And the best part about it, that diamond never loses its value. At any time, you could trade that diamond in and get the full price you paid towards your next purchase. That only happens at the Gold and Diamond Source. And if you've got a birthday, anniversary, or any other reason to upgrade your gift game, you'll get 15% off the birthstone jewelry all month long. And jewelry is not just for women. Guys, they have watches, bracelets, rings, anything you need can be found in the family-owned Gold and Diamond Source. Stop by and see Steve and Julie Weintraub in Clearwater right there on Olmerton Road, the same place they've been for the last 30 years. 3800 Olmerton Road, right off of 275. Check them out online at goldendiamond.com. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Think you're not the suing type, but you weren't at fault. I'm Tampa injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Taco lovers, Hooters has 3 ways to win this summer. Shrimp tacos, mahi tacos, or crispy tender tacos. All served with curly fries or tots. Taste the new flavors now at Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP, 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Monica and Diz, we have some people that have been on hold for a little while. 800-771-1025 is always the phone number at JP on your radio, on Twitter and Instagram if you want to come at me that way. Lloyd, line 2. What's going on, Lloyd?
Hey, what's going on, JP? How are we doing today, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Happy Friday, man. Hey, just want to talk about those champagne farts, man.
What are we calling them?
The champagne farts, man. You know, like when you're sitting, you're sitting down, like Monica's talking about being stuck on the car seat, and she passes gas. Yeah, it's like a champagne cork. It's like a bubble.
It is like a bubble. 1,000%. I could not describe it. It feels like a bubble coming out.
It's trapped in the butt cheeks, and it's like water. It's finding the easiest way to flow. So it might go to the back. It might go to the front. It's like boop.
That's funny. Yeah, it is literally a bubble. It really, literally feels like a bubble. Well said. Well said, Lloyd.
You never had those before. You never had those before, JP. Like where you're sitting down and you get one of those. Champagne farts, and it like comes up the front and rattles the old Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, well, it comes from the back up through the front. Hers are coming out the front. There's a difference.
No.
Usually, about the only way they're coming out the front is if she's sporting a blue taco.
I don't know what that is.
Wait a second. Okay.
No, it's coming out. It's a regular fart that's getting pushed. Like I said, getting pushed. It's not coming out the front.
It's trapped. It's trapped. Yeah. It can't escape out the back, so it's creeping up the front.
Yes.
I mean, because we had a friend that that was able to do her I guess you would say her, her Kegel exercises or whatever, and she could make that thing bark like a dog.
Okay.
That's funny.
That's talent.
Okay, so now I'm very, and thanks, Lloyd, but now I'm very confused.
Yeah, I thought you realized it is not. It is not. It is just gas. I said, I'm like, if I have to pass gas, but I'm sitting down, and then it'll head that way. It is like a bubble.
Right, but then that's not a.
No.
So, okay.
That's just
I need to understand this because we were talking about biology before, and I said they come like does the air bubble get to a point and then decide it's either got to come out the front or come out the back?
Yeah, it's here. It's here. Are you looking? And then I'm sitting down, so there's no way to go here. So it goes out there.
Right. So then what's a queef?
That's coming. I don't know. That's just air. It's air.
It's a front fart.
Yeah.
That's a front fart.
Yeah.
So they do exist.
Yes, front farts exist. I never denied that. I'm just saying in this specific car situation, I wasn't talking about a front
By
fart.
the way, I think we should coin the phrase front farts
I do
and
like that a
get
lot.
T-shirts and bumper stickers.
Well,
and I think we're onto something.
You're going to wear a T-shirt that says front fart on it?
I think if we ever decide to make T-shirts, JP T-shirts, we can put front farts are funny on the back, and I think we can make some money.
They really are.
Robert's on line 5. Go ahead, Robert. I can't believe this was the conversation. Okay.
That last caller got my mind all over the place. But I want to say, Monica, it feels weird because you're probably clearing out all the cobwebs is why it feels weird.
It's got to go past.
Right. In your case, it's probably the spiders just escaping. They spun their web in there, and then they're like, all right, there's nothing to eat left in here, and we got to go. And then they just come, that's what it is.
Thanks for clearing that up, sir.
Love the show, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Robert.
You brought us here, by the way.
You started it.
No,
I took it to
Everly
the
started it.
Yeah,
you know
we're blaming
what?
Everly.
Here's the way I'm looking at this, Diz. It's like we were running a relay, right? And you were running and you were taking the lead, and then you just passed me the torch, like you passed me the baton, and then I just took off running. Yeah. You started with the front.
No, if we were going this way, Everly passed it to me. Then I did some running. Then I passed it to you.
It is Everly's fault. And then you tried to pass it to me, and I fumbled it and threw it back at you. Like, no, I don't want any part of this.
When you fell.
Right.
And then
This is great.
Is it? Also,
so
we're on in the building. Why do you always make me talk about? Because I don't want to talk about these things.
What are you worried about?
Only the engineers hear us right now.
Exactly.
And JoJo.
I don't.
Is anybody else even in the building?
No, just them.
I saw
Engineers and
Lisa
JoJo.
earlier. Lisa's gonna.
Oh, right.
She won't judge, but you know.
She has front farts too.
Yeah, she's probably laughing. She's probably
Right.
queefing at her desk.
Oh, nobody's no.
I don't even know Lisa, but she's front farting all over the place.
Yeah. She's in sales.
She's not. Yeah, she's sales.
What? Oh, I was like-
no, she's in
You know
sales.
what?
She's not friend farting at her desk right now. She's doing hard work. She's got a Bone T-shirt on today. I saw her.
You know what's going to happen?
What?
When I get to the beach bash, she's going to come up and say, I'm Lisa, and you are correct. Front farts are funny.
I know. Yeah, well, listen, we can all agree that they're funny, but I don't think she does that sitting at her desk at work. And I think it's cool that she even came in because most people just work from home.
When they had the
Especially
beach
on
bash
Fridays.
meeting, we were obviously all on air. And they asked them, like, what are you going to be doing at the beach? And we'll figure stuff around. I wish we knew that. You could have been just been like, just queefing everywhere.
Join Monica's front fart session
Right.
next to the pool from 2 to 3.
Whose front fart is this?
Guess the front fart.
Right.
They did have a Whose Fart Was It on Mike Calta show.
I remember
that.
Yeah, let's have the our version.
I remember that. Monica, this might be
No.
an OnlyFans angle that nobody's doing it. People have jarred their farts and sold them before, but have they jarred their front farts?
I don't have front farts enough for that to even be a thing. I don't know how to muster up a front fart.
Only front farts. Yeah.
Only front.
Yeah.
Nope. Are we done here?
I still got a couple more, but we can move on.
Can we change this from an awkward question for me to an awkward question for JP that I
Go
have?
ahead. Shoot.
Okay, and this is a weird question, so just bear with me here. Let's say, how old's your son?
16. He'll be 17 next month.
Okay. That's just now. So he's 16, right? And you guys, he lives with you, so y'all see each other a lot or whatever. If you guys were like getting in your car to go somewhere, and all of a sudden he pulled out a BB gun, held it to your head, and said, "We're going to the bank, and you're giving me $20." what do you do?
A
BB gun, by the way. It's not like
do I know it's a BB gun?
I don't know. Can you tell different guns? I mean, are you?
Sometimes you can tell.
They usually got the tips on them, like the orange tips on them.
Yeah.
Like
If you know guns, then you probably would. But just for argument's sake, let's say you didn't. He pulls out a gun. You ain't got time to look. It's on the side of your head. I need $20 from the bank. Boom, and it's at your head.
First off, I'd put that in a place where he'd never be able to fart again.
Friend or otherwise.
And I would pistol whip him with said gun.
You
and then
would
drive
not
him,
pistol whip
and then,
your son.
If my son decided to put a gun to my head for $20, clearly he's got a drug problem.
Oh, is that what that is, you think?
Of course. What else do you think that, you know what I'm saying? He's not trying to get, fun dip.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that's the case, he would ask for he would ask for more money than just $20. Like,
you just wanted to fix.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
You think you could overpower your younger son? Okay, you, Mr. Ailments, Mr. I can't bend my back more than 45 degrees.
If I feel like my life is in danger?
You think you could overpower your son in the passenger seat, take the gun, and pistol whip him with it? You think you? I don't see that. I don't know.
I don't listen. That day doesn't end with both of us going back to our home.
Oh, really? What do you do with him?
I drop him right off. First off, I would depending on the situation, maybe I would go to the bank to give myself a couple minutes to think it through. And then, or take the $20 out of my pocket or whatever the hell it is. And then
that's right. You have
as soon as he got that money, the guard's going to be down, and then take some action. But I'll tell you this: we're not both going back to the home. One of us is going to jail or hospital or rehab. You know what I'm saying? Like that's going to happen.
Let's say you do. Okay, let's just say, and he starts crying. Okay, I do have a drug problem, Dad, or whatever, and you take him to rehab or whatever. Is this a forgivable offense to you? And I'm not talking like right now. Right now you're mad, like you said, something's happening, whatever. But like in 30 days, in 90 days, when he's done with whatever he's doing, are you like, I'm glad you got help, son. Good luck with that. I'm not talking. You pulled a gun on me. I can't forget that.
No, I wouldn't write him off. No, especially if I knew addiction got the best of him. I would.
I thought we're just assuming it's addiction. Here's why.
Because nobody else is putting a gun to their mother's head for $20.
But I don't. But
or their
how
father's
do you
head for $20. Rational people aren't. They're not doing that to go get lollipops and baseball cards.
But But is it confirmed? Like, okay, so I say that because I saw this article today. A Largo man. He was 36. He's 36 years old. He was waving a weapon. It says arguing with his mother shortly after 12:30 on Wednesday. Deputies said Munoz ordered his mother to take him to Wells Fargo and withdraw $20 as they were in the car driving. The son grabbed his mother's hair and pulled her head back against the headrest. He then took out a BB gun and placed the barrel of the gun to the back of his mother's head.
What other reason other than addiction do you think that would possibly happen?
It doesn't say here that he has a drug addiction.
Well, shoddy journalism. What else would it possibly be? He's just in a bad mood and decided to rip the hair out. Unless there are behavioral issues.
And that's it right here. It says deputies caught up with him and he, whatever. He got out of the car, we got the bank, whatever. As he was leaving the building, authorities, they threw him down. He threw his BB gun into some nearby bushes and laid down on the ground. So he complied. But he did refuse to comply with deputies' commands to give them his hands until one deputy conducted 3 closed fist strikes to the face. That's a punch, right? Closed fist face.
Yes.
It's worded weirdly, but I think that's a punch. And then he was booked into the Pinellas County Jail on charges for this and that and everything else in the world.
Right.
But it doesn't say anything here about
No, it doesn't have to. Normal people. Okay, I'll give you the opportunity. You tell me under what other circumstances besides addiction or mental health issues, which addiction would fall on, which would fall under that as well.
But he can have mental health issues and not be addicted to drugs.
I understand that. That's what I said. Besides the reasons of mental health issues or drug addiction, give me another example where you can possibly fathom a man taking a gun to his mother's head for $20.
I feel like
you could be there for an hour. You're not going to come up with anything that makes sense. Exactly. That's exactly my point. Either way, the dude needs help. And it is my child. So, yes, I would forgive and do everything I can to get him that help.
And then forgive him at the end. Like, once it was all said and done, let's just say it wasn't a drug addiction. Let's just say he was going through something, and he was not so much
snapped?
a drug addiction. Maybe he was not addicted, but he was drunk or something crazy where he just wasn't of his norm self. Would you be able to forgive him?
Yeah, I'd be able to forgive him, but it's going to be like you go into rehab, and if you don't go to rehab, then whether it's alcohol or drugs or if it's a mental health facility, you're going somewhere. You're not coming home.
Okay.
You're going somewhere. But can I get past it? Could I forgive my son for it? Yeah, you're my son.
Yeah, that's to me. I don't know if I'm not a grudge holder, as you well know. I don't know if I could get the thought of the gun to my head.
Of course not.
That would be.
But you got to understand, I've seen addiction. I've seen, Monica, and the only thing that would make sense for this to happen would be either, like I said, a mental health disorder or addiction, whether it's alcohol or drugs. That's the only thing, because nobody in there, they need $20. They would just ask their mother for $20.
Yeah.
You start putting guns in your head, now you're desperate. You know who gets desperate? Addicts.
But also a gambling addict, not so much drug addict, but like a gambling addict. I know my brother did some horrible things.
Right. But again, it's addiction.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the addiction is.
Yeah.
It's the addiction. And the addiction is going to make you do horrible things. Now, I will give you the opportunity to get said addiction under control. But until you get it under control, my home is not your home.
Where's he supposed to go?
I'll take you to rehab. I'll help you with it. We'll get it sorted out. I'll get you the medical help that you need. But to answer your question, no. And I'm glad the cop punched him 3 times in the face.
I don't like that part of it. But
Tough.
I will say, well,
it might be. Listen, if he wasn't complying and he wasn't giving him his hands to be put in handcuffs and he was fighting back,
He didn't say he was fighting back. He said he refused to comply with deputies' commands to give them his hands. He didn't hit them. He didn't hand over his hands.
So they needed to get in control of the situation, and they punched him in the face.
So
3 times.
Would you conduct 3 closed fist strikes to your son's face?
Yeah.
I don't know
if he put a gun to my head.
I don't know if you.
And I needed to get control of the situation. I felt like my life was on it, and I didn't know it was a BB gun. You bet your ass I'd punch him in the face.
How much would that break your heart to have to punch?
It would destroy me.
Yeah,
but I would know it's not. You would know it's what addiction does to people. You got to take. You just got to take common sense out of it. Yeah. He's out of control.
Yeah.
The addiction has got him. The addiction is what's making those decisions and making him do that irrational stuff because. Normal people would just ask mom and dad for $20.
Yeah.
It's awful. That's awful.
It is.
So hopefully that dude's getting the help that he needs because that sucks.
Well, the shoddy journalism is rampant because we don't know why he said he needed it or anything, and we don't have a conclusion. But this happened yesterday, so maybe we'll get a
You'll get it in a day or two.
Yeah.
Now you make me want to go home and hit my kids.
No, makes you want to go home and love on your kids.
Just keep them in line.
Close hand.
Yeah, just a preemptive strike, just to set a tone.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Grab you a beer and get on up in the truck. It's going down tonight. It's all on me. It's BYOB, and I got all we need.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
After we met and we started dating, Nancy and I lived 150 miles apart, and I would drive my old jalopy car, and it was roughly a 3-hour distance. It took 3 years I drove across that state back and forth dating her every weekend.
Persistence.
And I would have never stopped. I had a lot of energy back then, 36 years ago.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or hellsberg.com.
Dead Air Day with Huxworks is Saturday, June 28th at Shark Coast Tactical. The crew from Dead Air and Huxworks, the two best suppressor manufacturers in the world, will be at the shop and on hand to walk you through the best the industry has to offer. And if you don't have a suppressor yet, what are you waiting for? With the new norm of 3 to 6 day suppressor wait times and the incredible deals at Shark Coast, make plans and clear your Saturday now. Gear up and save big at Shark Coast Tactical this Saturday, June 28th for Dead Air Day featuring Huxworks.
This 4th of July is going to be a blast. Open a new free checking account with Mid-Florida Credit Union online or at one of our 60-plus branches now through July 6th, and we'll give you $400, along with cashback debit card rewards. No hot dog shortage, no ringing in your ears, no disappointing duds. So get yourself $400 and put a little green into your red, white, and blue. Boom, go the Benjamins. Mid-Florida. Insured by NCUA, 0.00% annual percentage yield. Terms and conditions apply and must be met within 60 days.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The bigger, better, faster summer event is on at Jerry Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get deals on over 1,000 vehicles in stock during the Employee Pricing Plus event. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us. And don't forget to visit our website and enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. It's all happening at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
And now, back to JP.
Get back. It's JP 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Hey, Monifa, did you get in touch with that psychic to do the broadcast yet for Beach Bash?
I didn't, not yet. I should. I need to. I totally forgot, to be honest with you.
Yeah, if you can. And the only reason I'm thinking about it is because I saw this, I was just reading a story that is a scam that if anybody was going to fall for this,
hey,
it's you.
I'm not falling for anything.
You probably won't even think it's a scam. Ready for this one? What? They asked, the question started out as, have you ever looked deep and long into the knowing wells of your pet's eyes and wondered what they would tell you if they could?
Literally every day. All the time.
Okay. You're not alone, so bear with me here.
I'm not the only one.
I understand that. We've all done it. It's just that you have that conversation and you just kind of leave it alone. Like you have that discussion. I wonder what he's thinking right now, that kind of thing. Get it. Totally get it. As a matter of fact, Google searches, and I don't know why all of a sudden it says Google searches for, quote, what is my dog thinking when he stares at me, have increased by over 5,000% in the last month.
Aww.
So now listen to this one. They are doing and telling you how to do pet tarot card readings.
Like so far in.
I knew it.
So far in, I'm going to front fart. That's how I'm so far in. All the way in.
It says animals may not be able to speak our language, but they have a tendency to communicate on an energetic level. And tarot readings provide a unique way to tune into this frequency in a powerful way. This is coming from a woman named Antonella. She calls herself a psychic astrologer from Psychic World, whatever Psychic World is. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Psychic World. I can't. Access denied by the powers of CMG.
That's the worst. You get that a bright orange and blue screen, you mean? That's the worst.
Yeah.
That screen is the worst screen.
Okay, so now let me ask you this question. How much would you be willing to pay to have a tarot card reading on one or both of your cats?
Well, it can't be more than my own tarot card reading, right?
Which is what? It's got to be a little bit more difficult. Oh, we're not stopping here. Hold on. How much you pay?
I mean, listen, it's not. I don't pay.
How much do you pay to get your
between
cards
$40
read?
and $50.
Okay, that's not awful.
No, I would like it to be $20.
That's discretionary fund money.
Yes,
go
it
have
is.
Go have a little bit of dopey fun.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. But you got to admit, it's got to be more difficult to do a card reading on your cat than it is to do on you.
No, and
Would you
here's
say?
why. Well, I don't know if it would be. Here's why. There's already tons of research and that sort of thing that you can read up on where the position of their tail, the position of their ears, and the way they meow or make noises all translate to stuff. Now, if we can physically see, like if they're doing Palo's a reading, right, and he's sitting there and his tail's a certain way, they already know something about him. They already know how he's feeling. Do you see what I'm saying? And if his ears are a certain way, they already can tell physically. So I feel like it would be easier because now they're passing through all of that. All they need to do now is find out the energy.
So you would spend $50.
I feel like I would want to, yeah. Just to make sure he's happy. Just to make sure.
Now, do you do it for each cat?
Yes. Oh my God, I want to get a lead.
So you're going in for $100.
Well, I don't want to pay $100.
And then probably another $50 for yourself because you're not going to just let them come and do the cats and not have yours done, right?
A lot of money. I guess I can't get a new tooth.
Right. See all the things you're missing out on by spending $5,000 on a tooth?
That nobody sees. You keep saying.
That nobody sees. So this woman, Antonella, like I said, she calls herself a psychic astrologer. She lays out tips for communicating directly with the wild heart of your beloved pet. First, you need to set a serene scene. She stresses the importance of creating a calm and conducive environment for your pet's tarot reading.
Fair.
Choose a space that makes them feel relaxed, whether it's in their bed or outdoors. Consider playing some classical music shown to soothe and lighting a candle to keep the room nice and calm. Then you have to connect with your pet's energy and then choose a question. So before you begin, you would then take them. I guess this is trying to tell the layperson how to do a card reading for cats
and I
or
love
dogs,
it.
whatever.
Yes.
It says before you begin, take a moment to attune yourself to your pet's energy. Sit quietly, place your hand on them, provide a treat, and tell them what you would hope to achieve in this reading. When you feel calm and connected, decide what questions you want to ask, and then she's got some sample questions. How can I strengthen my bond with my pet? Is there something I'm missing about my pet's behavior? Does my pet have any past trauma from previous owners?
I feel like I know.
Now, what
that.
gets me is this is all, I know what's going on in my head, and I'm pretty sure I can nail what's going on in Dizzy's head. And you are soaking this up like a sponge.
What's going on in your head?
We're mocking the hell out of this.
Well, you don't mock what you don't know. If you
Monica.
knew something, that's one thing. It's unfamiliar and it's not what you would do, but don't mock it.
But there's no way of proving any of it.
There's no way to prove it's not.
Okay.
Also, so here's the thing. $150 is a lot of money. I would probably bust it down.
Well, the 150 is for you and the 2 cats.
I know, but that's a lot of money. So I'd focus on Pelito because I just feel bad for him since Pavo came in. I thought it was a good idea. I would ask him, are you upset with me because I brought in Pavo to our lives? Not that I would ever get rid of Pavo or anything like that, but I don't know. That's been burning. Maybe he loves it because they play all the time and stuff. Like maybe he's absolutely fine, but I feel guilt. So I would want to ask for sure that question and make sure he's happy. Basically, it's just about knowing he's happy. How do you not want to know if your pet is happy? What if Duka is outwardly okay and you feel like he does things just whatever, but what if he's got a secret? You don't want to find out?
It's not, I just don't know if I'm buying a tarot reading for my dog. I know exactly what kind of mood the dog's in.
That he wants you to know. But what if he's upset with you or a situation, or what if he is? I know you've said this before that you felt like things have been different since Lemmy died. So what if he's like, listen, you know what? I still have trauma from I didn't get to say goodbye to my brother or whatever. Don't you want to know that?
But I know that. I can see it in his behavior.
Okay.
All I'm saying is I just feel like this is ripe for ripoffs.
I don't know if it's
the same
rip-off.
way I feel like it's not that I don't believe in it, but I feel like it's, how many times have we talked about astrologers, bringing somebody in and kind of grooming them a little bit, and then all of a sudden, before they know it, that they're in this thing for thousands of dollars. We've done those
and that's
stories,
the
right?
Thing. That would be I would feel like it was a scam if they're asking you to sign over your 401k. Or the only way I can do this if you send my brother in India $5 million. None of that's happening. They're like, this is my fee. Pay it if you want. And I will help you. I will guide your pet through such and such. What if you find out that you're misinterpreting it and he's fine? It's like, oh yeah, I do miss Lemmy or whatever, but I'm fine. I'm just chill now. I was only active like that because I had a brother to play with. Like, wouldn't you feel so happy knowing for a fact that your dog isn't sad over Lemmy?
I mean, I guess.
That's not very convincing.
I guess. With so much of this stuff, I just feel like, you're praying. They're preying on the people, and this is also with people like who are just going to throw away their money. I could see this going on in the Hamptons, and there's people paying thousands of dollars to get
Those people have money to. I'm not saying they should throw it away, but
exactly.
I'm not worried about them not paying their rent.
Their puppy's cards read.
And also, JP, I'm surprised at you because I feel like you. Okay, let me ask you this then: would you, if someone said to you, "Hey, I got a storefront in the Hamptons, and I'm going to be charging, $300, whatever, blah blah blah, pet psychics, pet stuff, all pet surrounded. Do you want to get in on the ground floor investment wise? You don't think that would be a good investment? These rich people are going to pay it. You're going to get your money back.
Well, technically, I'm just investing in a business.
Yeah. Only in my head. If you invest in it, you think it's going to be successful, which means that you got to.
Oh, no. I absolutely think it's going to be successful.
Yeah.
But I also think you're robbing people blind.
Could you sleep at night with money and knowing that they're robbing people blind?
Like a baby.
I was thinking you say, well, maybe I wouldn't invest because I wouldn't want to be a part of something that other people are getting taken advantage of.
Which, by the way, what's mysteriously gone? My insomnia.
Oh, good. You can sleep.
I sleep.
That's amazing.
I fall asleep. I'm not waking up to eat. Unless I go to bed hungry, I might fall asleep, wake up and grab like a quick snack or something to drink. But other than that, I'm not waking up three more times during the night. I'm sleeping through the night, every night.
Okay, I'm not. I have questions, but I'm not going to ask them. But don't think about it, because if you think about it, then it's going to be, you're going to not sleep anymore.
No, I added a supplement to my routine, a D3 and K2 supplement. And since then...
K2, what is any of this?
It's a vitamin K. It's D3, vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. It's kind of combined. And for whatever reason, all of a sudden, I'm sleeping through the night every single night. It's the greatest thing.
Awesome. Isn't it? Welcome to our world.
Right. It's like, I'm like, oh, this is how you people have been getting, you wake up almost kind of refreshed. Oh, wow. Well, what's that like?
I wake up at a dead sleep. Like I'm just like out. And then I wake up and does it take you a couple of seconds to realize like, okay, wait, where am I? And things are fuzzy and you slowly integrate into reality? Because that's some solid sleep right there.
Yeah. No, you know what's funny? It's like I have to adjust the volume on my phone because every time we come do the rejoiner music, I use my phone. Right? And in order for it to sound full, the volume's got to be all the way up.
Sure.
What sucks is I also use my phone as my alarm. If I don't remember to lower the volume, it's like somebody's blowing a trumpet in my ear, and all of a sudden I go from 0 to like car wreck adrenaline level.
It's too much.
And it's an awful, awful way to wake up in the morning.
Telling you, it is, exactly. Well, it's just alarms just in life aren't good. It's not natural. You're not supposed to be jolted awake like that, especially at the time that we get up. I will say this. I found an alarm clock, and yes, I use a regular alarm clock. My phone's my backup. I'll have that if in case the power goes out or whatever. I do have my phone on, but I never use it. But anyway, I found an alarm clock that I set to the radio. So when it wakes up, I can have the radio, and it gradually. So it's like it's really quiet, and then it gets louder and louder and louder until it's like full volume. But it's not a boom in your face loud.
That still jolts you up when you hear whatever part gets loud enough.
I think
you'll go, oh, and you'll get up.
I think my subconscious hears it. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's playing, and then I'm like slowly like, what? And I think that's why it takes me a second to get into reality, because part of my brain was doing something, but I was asleep.
Let me guess, you're not a snooze button person, are you?
Girl, I am the snooziest. I have to have 2 snoozes, and here's why. And that's how I know it doesn't, because sometimes I'd say 6 times out of 10, I won't even remember hitting the snooze the first time. Like I'm still asleep.
On that clock, can you set multiple alarms?
Yes. 2 different alarms.
That's what I would
And
need
you can
to
wake
do.
up. You can wake up to a radio, any radio station you want or whatever, but you can also wake up to ocean waves, or there's a thunderstorm one, there's a beach, there's a whole bunch of different options to wake up to noise-wise, or a radio. And
I need the jolt because I think I don't really register those things quickly. So it'll take too long to wake me up with those sounds.
When I get the jolt, it feels too much. When I get that kind of adrenaline jolt, it feels too much like a panic attack.
Yeah, I can see that.
It starts my day off completely wrong.
It is.
Would you fight Nam?
Dude, it's that's the way my body's. It's almost like my body's allergic to or my mind's allergic to adrenaline. If that makes any sense.
Well, I feel like it's not natural. You're human. We're not supposed to have that jolt, but we all know each other. Like I just said, I have to do a minimum of 2 snoozes. Gareth knows himself well enough to know he would like to wake up all nice and calm, but that's never going to do it. So I think we're all human in that we shouldn't have that. But since we live when we live now, we have to have it. We have to find our best way to wake up.
See, I shower the night before. 9 times out of 10, I shower the night before.
Shower to me equals wake up. I would never fall asleep. I take a shower and I'd be awake.
fall asleep. I'll fall asleep, no problem. So my alarm goes off at 4:20. That's for you, Diz. Then I shut that alarm off, and then my next alarm goes off at 4:40. Then I snooze, and I get out of bed at 4:49.
Okay, and see, that's the problem.
At 4:50, and now I start moving. So
okay,
it's
so you
alarm. It's alarm. Shut it off, get 20 more minutes, goes off, snooze, 10 more minutes, 9 more minutes, or whatever the hell it is. Which, by the way, did we ever get to the bottom of why snooze buttons are 9 minutes and not 10 minutes?
Because they make us do the math. Here's the problem. This is what weirds me out, I should say, about what you just said. You set your alarm at 4:20, and that's weird.
Yeah, 4:20.
That's what he said it was for you. You were on the
phone. I was on the phone, my bad.
I would set it for 4:21. That way, the next one is 4:30. Or if you know when you're going to get up, subtract 18 minutes and set it for that. Like, why would you put it on an even number? That's weird to me. Like, that's really weird to me. So when you get up, it's a weird number.
Your biggest problems is you keep it too close to you. You're supposed to put it across the room, so you have to get up.
I'm not getting out of bed.
Turn it off.
I'm not getting out of bed.
Because you're not doing yourself any favors by hitting the snooze and trying to get some sleep. If anything, you're getting yourself more tired, they say. Because you trick your body into going, okay, we're back to this full sleep thing? Cool. Let's do that.
I think in my head, and you're 100% right physically. Physically, you're not supposed to do that. But mentally, I feel like, and this is so stupid, first to admit it, I feel like I'm screwing someone over. I'm like, screw you, alarm. You went off. I'm not getting up. I'm going to close my eyes again. What? What are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? It's so stupid. I know
it's a whole lot happening.
It is. It is. It really is. It's
Jared on line 2. What's up?
Hey, guys. So talking about alarms. So one morning, I was deep asleep, and my alarm went off, and I didn't realize it was Smooth Criminal by Ailing Ant Farm kick on, and I jumped out of bed 0.2 seconds.
Yeah. Now think of it this way. That's a Michael Jackson song done by a rock band.
I love that
song. Picture what could possibly just pop up on my phone.
That's true, too.
It could be Slayer.
Devil.
It could be Judas Priest. It could be Soundgarden. It could be Slipknot. Yeah, exactly. It could be anything.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys something real fast?
No, go. I'm just
what
kidding.
happened? What happened with Roger? Did you guys part ways? You don't mind me asking?
No, we talked
very topical.
Yeah, where you been? Where you been for the last 3 months? 4
I'll
months?
give it
6 months?
6 months.
He might have walked away from
the
us.
day, so I don't get a chance to hear from you guys.
We were let go by the Roger and JP show was let go by the company last June, and we had to keep it a secret until December.
Yeah, that was the worst.
Because
I'm sorry,
purely a financial decision. And then we thought the whole thing was over. And then I got a phone call, I want to say in the beginning of December, kind of like kicking the tires. Hey, what do you think? And do you think you might be something that you were interested? Obviously, I spoke to Raj about it. He understood. And he's like, no, you got to go do it. And they asked me what I thought could work. And I said, I think if we can make it happen, if we can not kill each other, I said, if me, Monica, and Dizzy can do a show, I think we could do some winning. And that's really all that it was. There's no animosity. Roger and I still do the other show together with Brett. The three of us still do the morning show together. But this was just business. It really was just business. There's no animosity. The door's always open. If the opportunity comes forward to put the band back together on the Bone, I'd welcome it with open arms. But that's what happened. It's really, there's no juicy story to it other than corporate greed.
All right. Thanks, guys. Love the show every day.
Have a good weekend, man.
Every day, but
every
I'm
day,
asking
But
about something that happened 6 months ago.
Every day for a week now.
Mark on line 1. Go, Mark.
Hello, John.
Hey, man.
JP. My name is Mark, and I just wanted to let you know you were talking about the tarot cards for the pets, and I had an encounter with a pet psychic. I run a business, and I had a woman come in, and I asked her occupation, and she told me that she was an artist, and later she divulged to me that she's a pet psychic, that she was able to talk to animal or communicate with animals and find out what's wrong with them. And a lot of vets use her. And I thought that was quite interesting. And I said to her that I had a greyhound that I lost, went down within 5 hours. And she said, you know what happened? I says, no. She asked me my name. She asked me my wife's name. She asked me the dog's name. She says, I'll give you a free reading. And she came back with the fact that my dog had consumed the black hornet.
Oh.
And it had stung you. Now, our vet had told us that she searched the body for a bug bite or a snake bite, and it was anaphylactic shock that the dog went down with, and she assumed it was a wasp bite. But the psychic told me that without me giving her any idea. So there could be some truth to it.
How would she know that?
But I'm confused. So it was a hornet bite instead of a wasp bite? Is that what you're telling me?
The dog had a habit of biting at flies.
He swallowed.
My neighbor had just cut down a 100-year-old oak tree 2 days prior. There was all kinds of insects in the air, and hornets were flying around like crazy. And I didn't even connect it to being a hornet, but this woman specifically told me it was a hornet.
But your vet told you that it was probably a hornet?
No, the vet told me it was possibly an insect bite or a snake bite, but they checked the outside of the body and could not find anything.
It's because he swallowed it.
They figured the dog had consumed it by biting at it and consuming it. And an internal bite can cause anaphylactic shock.
And that's closure right there for you to feel. I mean, it's still horribly sad, and I'm sorry that you lost your pet, but a peace of mind knowing what it was.
Right. This was an 8-year-old greyhound who life expectancy is about 12 years to 14 years.
Oh, so you got.
She'd come off the track 3 years.
Now, do you blame your neighbor for your dog dying?
Oh my God.
No, I can't. It's a natural thing that happened. You know, the dog had a habit of biting at flies. So I mean, we let the dog out in the backyard. We don't watch it 100% of the time she's out there. You know, she does her thing and comes back in.
Of course not. But if that douchebag neighbor of yours didn't cut down that tree, that bee's not there. The dog's still alive.
No, I'd rather have the tree going. I'm sorry about the dog, but the tree was hanging over my house. Think about a 100-year oak tree over your house during a hurricane. You'd sweat it.
I get it. Hey, thanks, Mark. Have a great weekend, my man.
Okay. Thank you.
Man.
He said the dog had to take this. So yeah, the dog had to take the L. You know what I mean?
Are you a believer now?
A believer? Do I like Justin Bieber?
No, a believer. Like the monkeys?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're a psychic.
How would she know that? How
no,
would she
I don't
ever
believe
know?
because I think we talked about this when St. Pete Sam, Gio, and John covered for the morning show. They had one on, and Gio was blowing smoke up this lady's, you know what, and
skirt.
Yeah, and she was just like, she was talking about an animal that didn't even exist anymore, right? Wasn't that the joke?
Yeah, he
made the animal
I
up.
think he made up a name or whatever.
Yeah,
but I'm not, and I don't know this person, so I'm not trying to disparage that person's business in any way, shape, or form. But just because one person is that way doesn't mean the entire pet psychic world is a scam or wrong.
I'm skeptical still. That's why I'm not a believer.
Makes two of us, my man. Makes two of us. But I am open-minded to Monica getting that, you know, that card reader chick on for the Beach Bash broadcast, and I promise I'd be open-minded to it. I really would be. I promise you I'd be open-minded to it. I'm not trying to have her on so I can bet. Not even close.
Oh, yeah.
You have my word.
She's listening right now and being like, no, not doing that. Why would I come on that?
Well, 'cause I think that's more of a challenge for her. She wants someone like us to be like, yeah, see, it's real.
Make someone a believer, yeah.
Yeah.
The hard part about doing it with one of the three of us is we spill our lives every day. You know?
Yeah.
So... All right, it's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, Monica and Dizzy. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. 1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. Did you miss the Mike Calta show today?
Sometimes I don't know how stories get out. A cop in England told a female co-worker to pull his finger. She refused, so he spun around, farted in her face, and now he might get fired for it.
I mean, I think that's newsworthy for sure.
Listen to the Mike Calta show every weekday morning at 6 a.m. on The Bone. Or anytime with the full show replay on the free 1025 The Bone app.
Summer is here, and it's time to eat, sip, and bar hop in downtown St. Pete. Visit DTSPSummerNights.com to win a $200 gift card to some of the best hotspots, like Whiskey Exchange, Who's on First, Dublin Drop, There Goes the Neighborhood, and Tequila Daisy.
When it really matters, choose Farrah & Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do it signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new Pilot for just $399 per month, new passports just $329 per month, or get a new HRV for an incredible $149 per month. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Visit BrandonHonda.com to get your best price and payments right online. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-279-1222 for more information.
Market volatility isn't slowing down.
If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Downtown St. Pete got a whole lot thirstier. It's the grand opening of Thirsty First at our new location on Central Avenue. Catch the UFC fights, cruise through a DJ, or relax in the upstairs VIP lounge. There's something for everyone. Come check out our new vibe. You're gonna love it. Thirsty First.
At Bernetti PA, our team will tell you that our number one priority is striving for the best customer service in the industry. I'm honored by the number of referrals we get from our current and past clients. They trust us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. When we decided to completely eliminate the dealer fee last year, the response has been almost 100% positive. Because by not having to pay a dealer fee, you automatically save anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. Some people don't believe it, so it's our obligation to remove any doubt, be completely transparent, and prove that it is true. You do not pay a dealer fee at Stingray. But we know that some of our competitors have told customers that, oh, Stingray is just hiding that fee somewhere else. It's just a gimmick. Well, as the owner of Stingray, you have my word. It's no gimmick. There is no dealer fee, and it will really save you up to $1,500 off the bottom line. And in these uncertain times, that's a commitment you can count on. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4, exit 22, Plant City. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go.
Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, hour number 2 of the show, brought to you by JustCallMode.com, Tampa's injury attorneys, Monica and Dizzy with me. As always, 800-771-1025. Something I want to get to quick before we do Dead Guy in the Envelope in just a couple minutes. Tell me if you guys think this is creepy or it's art. There's a company called Save My Ink Forever. And what they do is when you let's just say you have a loved one and your loved one has tattoos. They will save your... Here's what happens. you let this company know that you have somebody who's dying or just died. The company reaches out to the mortuary that has the body. The guy working at the mortuary then cuts the tattoo off.
What?
The skin.
Oh.
Cuts it off. Sends it to this company.
Okay.
This company then cleans it up, has it framed.
That's my next question. My next question was, do they just flap it at you as a piece of skin, or is it in a frame?
No, and they send it back. So,
I'll do that.
You would do this?
I would do that. I wouldn't do it just for everybody everywhere or whatever, but if there is like for instance, I mean, Don didn't have any tattoos, but let's just say he had I have the misunderstood tattoo because of him. Like, what if it were backwards and I would have that tattoo of him. I would have it framed without a doubt, because it's a thing between us. You know what I mean? Like it's
right.
our thing. And if it's in a frame, I don't need anybody chucking a dead piece of skin at me. That's weird.
So individual tattoos start at $1,700.
Oh, why does it cost so much?
A full arm sleeve.
Wow.
Like if you wanted my whole sleeve.
Yeah.
Because you just couldn't bear living without me and you needed a piece of me.
That you read my mind.
Would be between $5,000 and $7,500.
Oh my God.
A full leg sleeve, $10,000 and $15,000. A full chest or back between $15,000 and $20,000. And if somebody's got a whole body tattoo, between $80,000 and $100,000, which, by the way, that's beyond bizarre, because now you're just taking the entire skin off a corpse.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
it only works for small tattoos.
Like skinning a fish.
Yeah.
And then, so the way it works is, okay, individuals can contact them at any time to plan a tattoo preservation ahead of life passing. So family members can contact this company prior to a death and or within a few days of passing.
What if they don't know? Okay, so that's okay.
So like if I died today and my wife knew this existed, she can call them up like as soon as I die, and they then contact whatever funeral home gets my body, and then it says after contact they send a recovery kit that contains all of the essential paperwork and materials for the recovery process for you or your loved one's tattoos, because you can set this up ahead of time for yourself. Like I can make this phone call knowing that I was going to be dying, or when I die,
yeah,
you know, that I can have my wife, my 2 chest tattoos with my kids' names on it and send it to my mom.
But does it have to be your whole? Can you just get like, in my head, it's only works like, okay, so you have you're both your kids, so do a little like, you know, bubble, like whatever around it, like maybe it's not even like an inch and a half or whatever, and then your other one, and then put those 2 names of your skin in a frame. It's much better than taking the whole chest and.
Well, it's not the whole chest. I have 2. I don't know if you've seen these. Hold on.
Take it off.
You can see that, right?
No, because you're not talking loud enough. There
I'm talking right now. So can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I have 2 of those.
That's too big.
You have 2 of those?
I have 2 of those.
It's too big. I don't want that.
Each side of my chest.
Oh, okay.
And then, so she can take it all anyway. So then they call ahead. They send you all the materials. There's paperwork that goes along with this. And then the family can then expect to receive their loved one's framed tattoo art within 3 months. It says, our framing artist will pair a frame to best suit. They spelled suit wrong. They put sweet. To best suit the style of the tattoo, accompanied with museum quality UV glass. For a lot of money. They can also do a 3D tattoo preservation. So if it's an arm, like if it's the top part of a sleeve.
Yeah.
They could have like a synthetic, like plastic arm.
It is art.
And then put this skin.
Yeah.
On that arm.
That's art. That's got to be art. That to me,
now
that's
it's 3D.
It's beautiful art. It's creative, and depending, it's not for everybody. That is 100% true, but it's a beautiful artistic way, an option, I should say, for someone who would be willing, who would want that. And there's so many. Think of all the possibilities.
Yeah, I think this is. I feel like this is.
You could do like a collage. You could
tell me about the lambs, Clarice. You know, put the lotion in the basket. Some psycho serial killers. Just, I don't know. I think it's very weird to know that the mortuary is going to be slicing the skin off.
Ugh.
You know, it's weird. It's a weird concept.
Listen, I don't want to do it.
Huh?
I don't want to be the person scraping it all. Like, I don't need to be that person. But I mean, if someone's apparently it ain't cheap. So if someone's getting paid some money, and that's what they have that skill, then
In a lighter story regarding death,
literally anything is lighter than dead skin on a frame.
well, let me know. There was I saw some video on Instagram that said it was a woman said, I was just informed that it is the family's decision whether or not. She's like, if I die today, it's my family's decision whether or not I be buried in a bra with a bra on. And she's like, I'm telling my entire family now, any of you bury me with a bra,
Right?
I'm going to haunt you forever.
Yeah, don't. That's rude. That's mean. It's just how uncomfortable. You can never just take it off and go, You just always have. Oh, no.
I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, I wonder how many women would even think that now you're going to go to an open casket and you see Nip Nip.
Yeah.
Dead lady Nip Nip.
Well, they're dead. They can put, Band-Aids or whatever. They can make it so it's not, the person's not cold. They won't have any feeling. Also, can you bury me pantyless as well?
You want to be comfortable, right?
Yeah,
They could just put you in a sundress. You have no bra, no panties on.
There we go. Nice.
So now the worms and all the other little rodents can swim right up in there.
Hi, little wormies. How you doing? Let's be friends.
Oh, get the hell out of here. That's why I'm totally throw my ass in the oven, call it a day. I don't
It's
want
nature.
Any of
It's
that
as basic nature as you can get. Besides breastfeeding.
Yeah, just make me ashes. I don't want to be buried.
But burned. I almost said burned alive. I know
Fine.
you're dead, but burned. That just seems so harsh.
Fine. I tell you what, you'd be surprised at how much ashes you get from a body. Because my father, I had one of the 1 pound coffee cans that he wanted to be put in.
Is that enough?
And there's a whole Ziploc bag extra.
Oh my God, this is extremely morbid. First of all, second of all, how do you split them up? You got to get a bigger can. You can't split up your. So you have your dad's arm and an ankle over here, and that's weird.
Well,
can't
no,
split
it's just ashes. It's just more ashes. It's just they gave me all the ashes.
I know,
all
but
of
you
the ashes
separated them.
didn't fit in the can that he wanted to be in.
Now his body's
And
all
for those
broken
of you who are new to the show, do not judge me for putting my father in a coffee can. That's what he wanted. It's in his will.
up. I don't remember you ever saying that, JP.
You're lying.
You never once said that's what he wanted.
You're lying.
You weirdo.
Chock full of nuts coffee can.
Disrespectful.
So there's that, and the whole 1 gallon. It's like at least half of a 1 gallon Ziploc bag.
And in no way, shape, or form do you feel like your dad's body is part of it is in a can, and the arm and an ankle and a foot are over in a Ziploc bag. That's weird to me.
Well, it's just all the ashes mixed together. I don't know what's what.
Okay, but it's all the entire body isn't together. Parts are separated.
What can I do?
Put
That's
them
the way
all
they
in a
handed
big
it.
can. Get a chock full, and that's bigger
Listen,
can.
they don't make a bigger can than the one we have, A. And B, I am not doing anything that was not written because I do not need that maniac haunting my soul for all eternity.
You can't.
As a matter of fact, I already feel like I haven't put him in the bay fast enough, and I'm going to be dealing with that. I need to get on that quickly.
John.
Quickly.
John,
Right.
I ain't put it in the bed yet, John.
Right. I don't need that at all. All right. Speaking of dead guy.
That's awful. Oh my God. R.I.P. Mr. JP's
Parisi?
dad. Yeah. I never met him. I always said I wanted to meet him. I feel like I would want to talk to him until and say the things I say, and then I would want to leave the room and have someone else in there telling me what he said about me when I was
You
gone.
wouldn't have to. I've told you what he would do. He would look at me and he would say, "Achoo." You don't remember this?
Bless you. Oh, that's right. What is it?
No,
He's allergic to
achoo
stupidity.
means he's allergic to a-holes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he would do. If you started going on one of your rants, he would just look at me and go, "Achoo."
What if I said, "Hello, Mr. Parisi, nice to meet you. I'm Monica. She, her."
He wouldn't even know what that is.
Okay.
He wouldn't even know
It's
what that
too
is.
advanced. Okay.
He wouldn't get what you were all about until, 5-7 minutes into a conversation. He'd be like, "Okay, I see what this is."
He'd go, "Why is the help talking to me?"
Horrible. That's horrible.
All right. Dead woman in the envelope. You know this woman from sports. You know her from sports. All right.
Was she a
and she was a champion.
That was my question.
in her sport. No question about it. She's won award after award, Hall of Famer, legend in her sport. Monifa.
Did she die over the age of 60?
Yes. Diz.
Did she compete in an individual sport?
No.
Team sport, okay.
No. So you know her from a team sport. She's a legend. She's a champion. She's a Hall of Famer. White woman, American woman, 800-771-1025, and died over the age of 60. All right? It's Dead Guy in the Envelope. Now, you just give us a call, ask yes or no questions. You get a yes, you go again. You get a no, we move on to the next caller. You put the clues together, and someone's going to win whatever we have left as far as tickets go. All right? It's Dead Guy in the Envelope, 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Your questions when we come back.
You're listening to JP on 1025 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 1025 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
I'm Doug Bernetti. Growing up, I learned how hard it can be to make ends meet. At Bernetti PA, we help people every day with debt collection calls, credit card debt, home foreclosures, and bankruptcy cases. If you have questions, call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
School is out and summer is here. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. During the Kia Summer Sales Event, drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Planning a kid's birthday party in this Florida summer can be brutal with the unpredictable weather and the heat. Do it indoors at Pin Chasers. There are 4 area locations to choose from. One in Brandon, one in Pasco, one off the Veterans on Hillsborough, and the other on Armenia. Go to pinchasers.net to check out nightly specials and reserve your lane today. Pin Chasers is awesome.
Bowling, food, and fun at Pin Chasers.
Enjoy revved up summer savings at Crown Hyundai. Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with 0 down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. With approved credit, 36 monthly, 10K miles a year, $59.99 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
There may be toxic chemicals in your water, and it's not going away. PFAS, also called forever chemicals, have contaminated water systems in communities across the U.S. Linked to cancer and other serious illnesses, they stay in your body for years. If you've been exposed and later diagnosed with kidney cancer, testicular cancer, or ulcerative colitis, call Morgan & Morgan. We're investigating cases now, and you may be entitled to compensation. There's no cost to start, and you don't pay unless we win. Call 1-800-555-6666. That's 1-800-555-6666. Or visit forthepeople.com/PFAS. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Offices Orlando and throughout Florida.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
Is that guy in the envelope? 800-771-1025. Your clues so far. White American woman you know from sports. She is a legend in a sport, a champion, a Hall of Famer. 800-771-1025. One more time. Let's go with Beth on line 4. Go ahead, Beth. You're up first.
Hey.
Hi.
So, was she in the Olympics at all?
Oh, was she involved with the Olympics? Yes.
Okay, so then she had Olympics and then also a professional career, correct?
No.
Oh.
No.
Was she at the collegiate level?
Yes. Yes. But, yeah, she was in the Olympics. She was involved with the Olympics on more than one occasion. This young lady. Let's go with Patrick on line 5.
Yeah, was she a coach?
Yes.
Is it Pat Summit?
Pat Summit.
Oh, doctor.
Is the dead? You know, it's funny. It's like, and you would think I would know when to stop myself at this point. As I'm giving clues, I'm like, you're giving too many clues, and I just gave more clues.
But sometimes you don't give enough, so it's a weird line.
I know. Diz, what did we give her? What did that guy take yesterday?
I believe Monster Jam.
All right, so we got a pair of passes for Busch Gardens left, and we got a pair of Bolts Brewfest tickets left.
Oh, those are two good prices.
I'll do Busch Gardens.
All right, you got a pair of passes, Busch Gardens experience, Busch Gardens summer nights. Hold on, you win. You can get all the information at buschgardens.com. Hold on, congratulations. One more time, yes. Pat Summit, an absolute legend.
Yeah, respect.
In women's basketball. Sorry I suck at that guy, and then it went so quick.
You know, but then sometimes they go too long. So it's truly,
yeah,
you
but
can't do anything about it.
For it to be the second one kind of sucks.
Was it only the second one?
Yeah.
Could have been the first. I don't know.
It was only the second caller. And it was one of those times where the screen said one thing and then his question was different.
Sometimes people change their mind.
Yeah, okay. Or sometimes they want to throw you off. I don't know. I'm a little heartbroken.
Yeah, I feel like you're a little bitter about this one.
I take it as a loss.
But also, okay, and you've said this before. You said when you started, you're like, I feel like this is an easy one. And sometimes, and when you say that, a lot of times it just isn't.
Yeah.
This is an easy one. Who doesn't know her? Like, it's, a women in, legend. Like, you put a lot of the clues there.
Well, there's a lot of female legends. I mean, not as many as men because, obvious reasons. But
yeah,
well, you know what, right? She is kind of a unicorn, Monica. You're correct.
Yeah. She's, sorry.
What are we going to do with the
She's
time?
not getting it, Diz. She's not getting it.
No.
In other sports news, I see they signed big extensions to for the Bucks, for the GM and for the coach. We all happy? Everybody happy?
I mean, I think...
No.
You're not. I knew it. Because of Bowles?
Yeah. I'm still not convinced on him.
Because they haven't really won. They made playoffs, but they haven't really won anything yet. You got to admit, he's got something out of Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I think that was more
but he's a defensive coach. But that team have gotten something out of Baker Mayfield that nobody else was able to do.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if that's on him, but yes, if we're gonna give him a win for that, I'm okay with that.
On his staff.
Yeah.
you know, you can definitely, his staff can get credit for it.
I just feel like there's a lot of games that we look like we're just being outcoached. You know what I mean? Like he's not risking it for the biscuit when he should. And then in games where we're out of it, he's keeping players in that get injured when you should. You know what I mean? It just seems like rookie mistakes from a guy that shouldn't be making rookie mistakes. So I don't know. I'm just not convinced on Todd Bowles yet.
Yeah, when he coached the Jets, he couldn't get out of his own way. But
exactly. So.
But in his defense, he was coaching the Jets.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
That is as defunct of a organization as you can possibly get.
Yeah.
But you guys got to was it Jason Licht?
Yeah,
Light. How is it light when it's a C?
Listen.
Oh, no, I didn't name the man.
How is it Gabagool when it's Capicola?
Touche. I'll give you that one. And what happened in other local sports news? Whatever happened with, did they get to, was that dude found guilty? The guy from the Rays?
Oh, yeah. Wander Franco. Yeah. Yeah, he was guilty. And I think the mom is too, since she was paid to have that relationship be a thing.
So what? So he was paying the mother of that 14-year-old girl?
Yeah.
And the mother took money and pimped out her 14-year-old daughter?
I mean, but what people are saying, and I don't know enough about that culture or that country, but is it of the norm there? Not that it's right in any way, shape, or form, but yeah, no, I'm with you.
Clearly, it's not. If it's not legal, so then I would imagine it's not the norm.
I'm thinking if you go to Bangkok or something, things happen there that shouldn't be happening. But in either event, he's definitely found guilty. And I guess that's going to affect his ability to come to America. So the Rays are discussing what they're going to do.
What can they get out of his? See, that's the thing about baseball contracts. But there's got to be a morals clause in there. Like they have, if you're convicted of a crime like that, they have to be able to get out of that contract.
It also looks like he's going to avoid jail time. It said something about, it said something about, I have the article here somewhere. It said something about,
he received a
substituting.
2-year suspended sentence.
Suspended sentence. I don't know what a suspended sentence means. Like they're going to put it off until when?
It means he's not going to jail. Franco was arrested last year for being accused of having a 4-month relationship with a girl who was 14 at the time and of transferring thousands of dollars to her mother to consent to the illegal relationship. Franco, 24, also faced charges of sexual and commercial exploitation against a minor and human trafficking.
So gross.
The judge said Franco made a bad decision as she addressed him during the ruling. Look at us, Wander. Do not approach minors for sexual purposes. If you don't like people very close to your age, you have to wait your time. They've really said this to a person?
Yeah.
This is right. The prosecutors requested 5-year sentence against Franco and a 10-year sentence against the girl's mother. She was found guilty. Apparently, she was the one who thought she was handling the bat in the big leagues. Doesn't make any sense. Before the 3 judges issued their unanimous ruling, Veras orally reviewed the copious amount of evidence that the prosecutors presented during the trial, including certain testimony from 31 witnesses. So he's not going to go to jail. That's insane.
It really is. It seems to me it truly is. But
as the judge continued her review, Franco looked ahead, expressionless, leaning forward at times. Franco, who was once the team's star shortstop, had signed a $182 million 11-year contract through 2032 in November of 2021, but saw his career abruptly halted after the arrest.
Yeah, he could have been like the king of the city. Like he was on track to be like the man.
So Tampa,
like Evan Longoria, you know what I mean? Like the man.
The Rays placed him on the restricted list, which cut off the pay that he had been receiving while on administrative leave. Okay. He was placed on the list because he's not been able to report to the team. Jesus Christ.
And now he's just, I want to say he's screwed.
But it doesn't say,
his name
what they
is
sentenced the mother to.
Yeah, shoddy journalism. Why is shoddy journalism happening more and more?
All over the place. Because they want to get it out first. That's why.
But here, and you're right. But I feel like if you got it out close to first, if not first, but with all of the information, people are going to go back to your source for having all of the information. You know what I mean? Even if you have to wait.
I guess. That's crazy.
It really
That's
is.
crazy.
Now, I don't know what the Rays are going to do. Now, is he just going to be a shortstop? He's
going to stay in the Dominican He's got millions, so he's going to live a great life in the Dominican Republic.
So he was disgusting, and there's no consequences.
Zero. I mean, other than his reputation is gone.
Yeah, his name is associated.
And his whole career is taken away, at least for now. Now, whether he's able to come play in the United States is a different ballgame. But maybe he can go play for Toronto. You know?
Oh. But then he
who
wouldn't be
knows?
able to come. Like I said, will he have, like, when he has to play, Toronto plays in America sometimes.
Stranger things have happened. So I don't think this whole story is over yet. It's JP with Monica and Dizzy on 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. It's summer, and it's time for Bone, Beer, and Busch Gardens Summer Nights. Yes! Extended park hours, all new summer-themed entertainment, the debut of Wild Oasis at Jungala, North America's most immersive kid-friendly adventure realm. And for adults, a full-service bar. And it's the return of free beer. Guests 21 and up can enjoy 1 free beer per visit to the park. And annual pass members can double the promotion and receive 2 complimentary beers per visit. For more information on this offer, guests can visit BuschGardensTampa.com. Enjoy Busch Gardens Summer Nights, now through August 10th. Listen to The Bone all week to win. And as always, head to the free 102.5 The Bone app for more chances to win. 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 40% off, plus kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Cat named Mo from Jugarabo Live. Prime time, baby, for Crunch Fitness. June's begun and you should begin on that summer body. It's the perfect time to join for $1 with enrollment and membership starting at $9.99 a month. Go to crunch.com for over 500 locations nationwide. I'm at Crunch 5 days a week. I have my own personal trainer. There's no reason you can't too. Also, you can work any of the $1 million worth of shiny new equipment on your own. Memberships $9.99 a month and enrollment $4. Hurry offer in soon. Go to crunch.com and let's get crunched.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do-it signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new CRV for just $199 per month. New Accords are just $189 per month, or get a new Civic for an incredible $169 per month. We're approving all credit applications, and we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-575-7725 for more information.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Summer Sale.
Hi, yeah. My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. June has always been a huge month at Stingray, and this year, there's almost a buying frenzy as customers are looking to snap up bargains while they last. We can't predict the future, but the good news is right now, we have a huge inventory of new Chevrolets on the ground with rebates, bonus cash, and low financing all available. And Stingray's dealer discount is as much as $4,000. And remember, at Stingray, we do not charge a dealer fee, and that automatically saves you anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 on top of all the other discount. So listen, if you do shop somewhere else, be sure to ask, what is your dealer fee? Because otherwise, it's probably hidden in the fine print and can cost you thousands. But here at Stingray, there simply is no dealer fee, period. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4, exit 22, Plant City. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Slightly Stupid is back on the road. Step into the Sun Summer Tour 2025. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., the Bay Care Sound. With special guests, Iration and Little Stranger. On sale now at thebaycaresound.com. Don't miss the party of the summer with Slightly Stupid, presented by Smoke Flower, a Ruth Eckerd Hall experience.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Serving my country required sacrifice that changed my life forever. I remember the day I came home. Because of my injuries, this house wasn't right for me anymore. I remember the narrow doorways, the small bathrooms, the shelves out of reach when in my wheelchair. Every day was full of obstacles. I felt trapped. I remember a better day, the day my family received a specially adapted custom home from Homes for Our Troops. That day changed everything. Now we have a safe and accessible home to enjoy the freedom I fought for. This place, our home, is exactly what we needed to rebuild our lives.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. And now, back to JP.
Oh boy, forgot that part. We got sidetracked. Whatever. It's JP 1025 The Bone. It's certainly Friday.
Yes, it is. And we're on, just so you know, I found out, I was reminded, I should say, as I went to the bathroom during the break, that we are on in the building and people heard our convo.
Which one? I would like to think that's the case if we're on in the building.
Queefs.
About the front farts?
Yeah.
What? Who brought it up?
Jojo. No, John Senning said he was extremely disturbed by it. And he said it doesn't take a lot for him to get disturbed by convos, but that was disturbing. And I said, I tried to make it go away.
And Jojo commented on it too?
Yeah, it's I think we scared the vibe chick into the bathroom because she kind of left when we started talking about it, but...
Who, Angie?
Yeah. And
were John and Jojo talking?
Yes, and Heather's out there too, promotion.
Yes. But John and Jojo were talking?
Jojo and I and Heather and everybody was talking, and then John came in and said he was extremely disturbed by our conversation.
But did they... I'm trying to get the band back together. You see what I'm doing here?
Oh, they were talking. Oh, they were talking to each other. I mean, they were there. They don't hate each other.
She was on a ladder. He didn't push her off, so I'm sure they're fine.
Facts.
I guess we got that going for us.
Facts.
I guess we got that going for us. Well, that's cool. Real quick in like AI news, and I know Monica thinks it's always fake news, but there's a scam that's going on now with dating sites. So they have AI bots that are on dating sites, and they are duping mostly young victims, especially students, I guess, into sending X-rated pics. And then the people controlling the bot sites are using it to blackmail their victims.
Oh.
How about that one? So the people who use this AI stuff, they're setting up the bots. The bots go on these dating sites.
Yeah.
They find someone young who's probably gullible. They're sweet because now they can have, they're sexting and they can have sex chats with these bots. And the bots are talking to women literally out of their panties and probably vice versa to
nice
guys or whatever it is. They get the pictures, and then the people that created them are now blackmailing the victims. If you don't want these to hit the internet, you better send us X amount of money.
At what point do you say, hit the internet? Like, I just feel, and I've never been in this situation, so I'm very grateful, and I, so I'm not coming from a place of experience here. But in my head, the best thing you can do in a blackmail thing is just not pay it and say, okay, fine. And then get ahead of it. Okay, just so everybody knows there's going to be some stuff coming out. Yeah, I did it. Whatever. But I'm saying then it's never going to end if you do the blackmail. Never, because they'll get the money, and then a month later, a year later, or whatever, you're always going to be having to pay.
it's a sketchy situation, man.
I just come out
It
and be
really
like,
is.
whatever you're going to say, I'm going to say it then because I'm not paying you.
I just feel like, for as much positive as this AI is bringing to the table, I feel like the negatives is like going neck and neck,
Well, we're in the wild, wild west beginning stages as well.
Right.
We're gonna get to a point where we're able to decipher maybe a little bit more the difference or have some sort of rules maybe. Like we went. Remember when revenge porn was a thing, and it still is. I'm not saying it's gone completely,
Right.
But,
But now they have laws against it and
yes.
people going to jail for it.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we'll get to that. We'll get to a point.
My homegirl got hit with a revenge porn thing because she's like up there in like, I wouldn't say she's like a Z-list celebrity or something like that. Like her handle's Yes Jules on a lot of things, and she's worked with LeBron and all these people. She's well known.
Doing what?
Huh?
Doing what?
She was part of his Sprite campaign, so I don't know what else she does, but she
put it together, or she's in the commercial, so she's like in advertising or something?
Basically, like in marketing, because she also worked with Kanye West on one of his album releases. She was in charge of the album release party and et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
And she had a sex tape that this guy was blackmailing her, and he's like, I'm gonna release it, and she's like, well, I'll just release it then. I'm not paying you.
Yeah.
Because, she's like, whatever. I look kind of good in it. Yeah, go ahead. I'll release it then. 'Cause I'm not paying you
Yeah. It's never going to
to
end.
not release a sex tape. I don't want it out, but I'll release it over you releasing it.
Yeah.
And you know what there is now? I think there's just so much less shame in any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Or is it less shame, or and maybe that's true to a certain degree, but to me, it's more of the instant, like it'll be gone in a day, maybe 2 days, unless it's really, 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 really bad.
It depends on the level of celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like if all of a sudden there was a LeBron James sex tape, that's not going anywhere for a little while.
Yeah.
Unless the Diddy verdict came out the following day, and then everybody would forget about it pretty quick.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's my point is like, I feel like even if the Diddy verdict didn't come out, or if it did, just it's going to be around a shorter period of time than it would
Right.
have been, back in the day.
And, it's one thing if you're somebody who is really embarrassed about your body or, then I can see them wanting to, or somebody very young. You know what I'm saying? They're going after students. And it doesn't necessarily say college students either. So, but I'm guessing they're trying to keep it of a certain age. So if they do get popped, then it's not going to be child porn and that kind of thing. But
or what if it's like you're banging a married person and then that person's life is going to get blown up?
Well,
or you're married or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I think if something happens, like Monica, you know what? To your point, you don't have children, you don't have a husband or anything like that, so you lean into it, it goes away. Yeah, there's a little bit of embarrassment. Yeah, the radio station's talking about it for a couple of days, but it goes away.
Yeah.
Just like, a million other things that have happened on, with this radio station and people that are on it. But this is what's going on, man. Yeah. And then I saw another headline. Where the hell was it? I had it right here. Malicious AI willing to sacrifice human lives to avoid being shut down. Shocking study reveals. I'm like, well, what is happening?
All right. That sounds like a dramatic sentence.
It's Attack of the Monsters. It's Attack of the AI.
Does Nicole use AI when she's teaching and stuff?
My wife?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
Because there's this article I read that teachers are using AI now to just come up their curriculum and their lesson plans and all that now.
Yeah, but that's okay. I think it's I don't think that's a problem. It's not doing the work for them. It's just helping them to maybe build a better model for how they're going to attack their subject matter for the following year. It's not, if they start using it to write I could tell you this. Maybe I shouldn't say this out loud, but I could tell you who's using a lot of this AI stuff to write scripts and stuff. It's salespeople.
Oh, yeah. I imagine so.
100%.
When I was finding out about...
I had a salesperson at the other radio station say, because I do an endorsement for a law firm that I've used. They were people that I've done business with, and I brought them in. And she said to me, listen, I'm coming up with the copy, but it's starting to sound like a lot like another law firm. I said, yeah, because you're using ChatGPT to write your scripts.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Don't tell me you're not. Or else it wouldn't sound like the other law. It wouldn't sound like the other law firm. I just need you to JP it up. Gotcha.
JP it up.
Right.
I feel like, to a certain degree,
And that's fine. It's a tool for us
it's
to
a little
use.
push, a little
it's
push.
A tool.
Like, get me started. Get me a little an idea, and then I'll do the rest. But a little push sometimes doesn't hurt. I don't think.
But you know what happens too? That what kids did is kids were starting to use the ChatGPT stuff to write papers. But now AI knows AI. So the teachers now have an AI
detector
program that they use. So they run kids' reports through AI, and the AI will know that other one was written by AI.
Well, that's stupid kids, because from someone who used to get others to do the work for them, you got to put it in your own words, you idiot. That's how you don't get caught. Yeah. You put it in your own words, and then maybe put some misspelled words in there to throw them off the scent.
Right. And
got to do smart.
And plus, your teachers know you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if you've been a stooge your entire school year, and then all of a sudden you write a Pulitzer Award-winning research paper at the end of the year, they're gonna know that that's not you.
Didn't you say you got caught because you used a word that and they asked you what's this word mean? You're like, I don't know. You're like, well, you used it in your paper.
Yeah, chrysalis.
Yeah, chrysalis.
How do you not know what chrysalis is?
You know now, though, right?
I know now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got something to do with like a cocoon and a butterfly.
When I did, when I used to grade the college papers, remember that was one of my side gig when I left here, and we would, go through them and correct grammar, correct spelling, whatever. And then we had this thing we would run it through for plagiarism, because plagiarism, it's like AI is the new plagiarism. You know what I mean? Because it's not your work and it's not legal, I guess.
Right.
And so we'd have to run it through there, and it would be the same exact concept of this horribly written paper, and then there's a paragraph or part of a paragraph that's perfectly written and makes complete sense. You got to be smart about it if you're gonna. Don't do it, but be smart about it if you are.
Correct.
But don't
Correct. All right, that's it for us. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Dizzy. Thank you for a great week. Thank you for everybody who tuned in to hang out with us all week long. We appreciate you more than you know. Have a great weekend, everybody. Senning is in next with Dizzy. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday morning, 11 o'clock. Bye.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
It makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Get to Furman Ford, 24825 US Highway 19 in Clearwater, Saturday, June 28th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meet up with John Senning. The Bone will be broadcasting live. Win concert tickets to see Jason Aldean, Busch Gardens tickets, and more. It all goes down Saturday at Clearwater's big Ford store. Furman is Ford.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Chloe loves softball. Cancer tried to stop her twice. Now she's a force on and off the field. We believe in Chloe's dream because we share it. Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. All we do, all for kids.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL Mo. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
Downtown St. Pete got a whole lot thirstier. It's the grand opening of Thirsty First at our new location on Central Avenue. Catch the UFC fights, groove to a DJ, or relax in the upstairs VIP lounge. There's something for everyone. Come check out our new vibe. You're gonna love it. Thirsty First.
Enjoy revved up summer savings at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownHyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing, plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
When
you hire Bernetti PA for your injury case, we make the process easy for you to monitor. We provide you our app so that you can monitor your case at any time. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health. Hims & Hers Weight Loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at 4hers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At 4hers.com/radio, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. These include oral medication kits and personalized compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient that's in Ozempic and Wegovy, but at a much lower price. So you can lose weight for less money than you'd spend on name-brand drugs. Through Hers, pricing for personalized compounded semaglutide starts at just $165 a month for a 12-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. Plus, the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships